Let it go.
Ooh. Ooh. Get that crack.
Ooh, that ASMR.
Real close to the mic looking at boy. Ooh. All right, tell me what you're drinking.
Hold on. I think it's time.
Wait, we got to say something, don't we?
Yeah, we do. It's your boys! Welcome back to Happy Hour, Quick Sixer Podcast. It's your boys, Pat Ars, Drew Pasley. And we are prepared to introduce you to a couple of beers. Right now, actually, I'm going for the full sponsor, Drew. I'm going for it. I'm just going to keep hyping them until they let me in,
Damn.
Knocking at the door.
I knew it was some Bearded Iris ass shit.
No, it is. Bearded Iris, Attention Please Double IPA. And then I also have another Bearded Iris for later, but this 8.2.
Ooh.
But we're gonna hit it with that Quick Six McLeod glass. Ooh!
Oh. That Quick Sixers.
Oh shit!
All right, while you pouring that good drink, I'm gonna tell you about mine. I got an offshoot beer. It's called Relax. It's just a hazy IPA. One of Pat's favorite looking ass. He loves hazy IPAs. This I do not know what this motherfucker. This is a 6.8. So it's not something to write home about. It's pretty good, pretty strong. Cool. I'm gonna drink
that would mean it is something to write home about.
Oh.
What do you think?
Damn, what to call out?
Yeah. You got did it hit right?
It hit right at home. You know what I'm saying?
Love that.
It's a callback.
I gotta get Ari last. For
those of you who are listening, Pat is over here just trying to get every little bit out of that can.
If I had a can opener, I'd quad open right now.
You'd be rubbing your finger on the inside, just trying to get a little bit out.
Oh my god,
like
just
peanut
licking
butter.
the edge.
Oh, nasty little boy.
Getting weird with it,
Loves beer.
Oh man. So yeah, like we said at the top, welcome back to Happy Hour Quick Sixer Podcast. We got the standard for you. A few topics, a few beers. We're gonna start it out with something that's pretty topical tonight. The NBA starting back up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big thing.
How you feel about this? It is a big deal.
Well, I feel like it was crazy to think that something that America loved so much, that the world loved so much. I see you. It was gone completely. We talked about restaurant culture on one of the episodes. And Pat, can you stop distracting me while I get my thoughts?
Yeah, my bad.
I got to look away from the camera while Pat fucking dances around with this beer. It's funny how this big part of our culture got taken away from us, and people was reacting real rough about it. And you heard what they did, right? They put them in a bubble. You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about this NBA bubble.
Just kept them all. They just kept them all like secluded, so they could all be safe for the season, so they all wouldn't catch it. You know what I'm saying? They just basically quarantined themselves for a while until they could play again. And I don't know. For me, I'm kind of excited. Not that I'm a big NBA fan, but I'm excited to see sports again. Yeah, see sports highlights and stuff like that.
Yeah, highlight reels are the shit. But this makes me think, like, I know they did the bubble thing, right?
Yeah.
But, baseball had its opening day, I think, last week. Or a little while ago. Yeah, last week, I believe. And, shit. A couple of dudes already tested positive. A couple of teams already got some positive. Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so it makes me think, did that bubble even matter?
Did NBA bubble? I mean, did MLB bubble as well? I didn't hear what they did.
I don't know if they did anything worth a damn.
I feel like they would have all followed suit. Like if NBA did it, then MLB and everybody else would have done it. But I literally, this is how much I'm not in the know, as I have no idea about MLB. I didn't know that they even had a game.
Yeah, I believe this is probably just bullshit. What I'm saying, but I think it might be the Marlins. So, Florida fucking it up for everybody.
Florida.
Yeah.
You just spread some information you don't even know about.
I mean, but if I'm right, though.
If you were right, though. It's a good educated guess. I'll say that.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's educated guess. Oh, shit. We might have a guest in a minute.
Oh, Oscar's coming in? Binks?
Yeah, he might. Oscar. Oh, there he is. Little head in the pocket. Yeah, man. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think the NBA, even with this bubble, do you think it really matters? Like, do you think they're gonna?
Well, do you think it matters that they still might catch it, or you think it matters? What are you asking?
No, I'm saying, like, do you think it matters that they did the quarantine in the first place?
I do. I honestly think that the science checks out. Like, if all of them stayed secluded for that long, then they could potentially do a season of NBA and not put anybody at risk. But that means that they got to be away from everybody, until, and then they're gonna do the shows, or they do the games without an audience.
Yeah,
that's what's going on.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's whatever, I think baseball's also doing that with but I think they have rendered, dude, check this out. It's rendered fans in the stadiums, like an N64. It looks like a fucking GoldenEye game playing baseball. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's like you playing Ken Griffey Jr. and it's the actual fans from Ken Griffey Jr.
It's like if you had a modded background of Ken Griffey Jr. inside 2021's The Show. It was like
that's funny.
Your fans just just fucking straight up cardboard.
I heard somebody was trying to hook up with Microsoft or somebody to try and make a virtual, to get people in the seats virtually. And I was like, well, what the hell? Are they going to do a 360 camera where you can buy a ticket for that seat or something like that? That actually, it'd be kind of sick, to be honest.
That would be sick. I'd do that. Especially if I had that shit you got with Oculus Go or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That would be dope.
If you could
look around, you could tell somebody make you a hot dog, have some beers. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Maybe get
you don't have to deal with parking and trying to get back to your car at the end of the game, leaving right before the game ends so you can get to your car first.
Yeah,
you got to worry about all that.
You can sit in your own chair.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
Oh yeah, you doing this thing.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What do you think about sports though? Anyway, because me and you, we grew up with not I did team sports. You did team sports. You were you were swimming, but really, we were skateboarders.
Yeah.
So by the time we got to college and stuff, we weren't really into team sport. I wasn't. I mean, were you into basketball and watching football and shit like that?
No, not really. Especially around that time. No. I think. Well, as a kid, no. I played all sorts of stuff. I didn't do swimming until high school.
Yeah.
But I was baseball. Just baseball, really. Only team sport I really did that I liked.
Get into.
Yeah, and then but I'll tell you what, I'm not sitting down and watching a baseball game on TV. That shit is boring. It is as boring as golf.
Yeah.
And golf is super fun if you're going to play.
Yeah.
But
I told you
I don't know.
I went and saw Tiger, right? Did I
No,
tell you that? He had before the pandemic, right before it, he had a charity event and got to see him play. He didn't do well in that particular tournament, but let me tell you this one little quick story. We were following him, going to every little hole that he was going to so we could see him play. And, dude, it was weird. Speaking of crowds and shit, it was weird because there were other famous people on that course. But if you went to a hole that Tiger was on or about to be on, it was filled with fans. Filled. People watching him. And I was like, holy shit, how does this dude play like this all the time with everybody watching him? And he walked up. For some reason, I got lucky and I got right in this spot on a tee box. And he starts walking up and they move the fence just around the little rope thing fence so he can walk through. Yeah. And it was right here on me, next to me,
Oh,
and he
shit.
walked right past me, and I was like, man, I should like fist bump him or something, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this woman who was right in front of me puts her fist out and like gives him a fist bump, and I was like, she just stole my fist bump. She just stole my...
You didn't say it out loud, did you?
I didn't say it out loud, but I felt it. I was like, she just stole my fist bump.
She stole your idea. Well, it was a brainwave. She hit your brainwave.
She knew,
Yeah.
and she was like, oh, bragging to everybody, her family and shit. And I was like, oh, you stole my fist bump.
Could have been you.
Could have been me.
you.
I could have gave him that good
Fucked
luck.
up.
Anyway, that's a tangent, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm the same way as you. Like, I could get into basketball or something, like if somebody's really like watching or whatever, and I could have a few beers or something. But I never like got into like fandom. Like I couldn't like go rep a team real hard or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean the only time I got into watching like pretty regularly, maybe any sport on TV at least, was when we were going to U of M, and it was our freshman year there, maybe sophomore year, and Derrick Rose was playing for U of M, and they went to the championship. I think I watched the whole finals, like all of that stuff at the time. And it was weird. Like I was working at night. They had like night games and shit. So like we'd all like sneak off to the break room, try to catch a few minutes. It's really, really hard to do when you're working at FedEx in a giant airplane.
I bet. I bet.
But I'll never forget when they lost. And I swear to you, like the fucking city shut down. Like, and like watch these like final minutes of this game. And like when we realized we were gonna lose, everyone was like, fuck, man. Fuck this dude.
Yeah.
It's like, I was like, you didn't know what he had to do to get into that school either. We about to get it real bad.
I feel like Grizzlies, it was like some really epic moments, being a fan of theirs. I guess I could say I was the same way as you. Is like I got into the Grizzlies because I was at U of M. But like, I mean, I went to maybe one or two games. It's not like I was like big into it, but when I did get into it, it was either very heartbreaking or like epic, which is basically what every team has.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, I was in the same boat with the Grizzlies. My buddy, shout out to Joey, was the floor announcer for the Grizzlies for a long time.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
And we got to go. He got us fucking
courtside.
He got us in there. Well,
or
no,
close?
not courtside, but he got us like really good seats a few times. And one time we went up there, and I was working in Jackson, Mississippi at the time on the show, and I was like, "Yo, Joey, can you hit us up, get us some tickets for this game?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, absolutely." And I was like, "All right, cool. We'll be up there tonight." So we drove up there. It was like, hour and a half, 2-hour drive or something. And we get there and we show up to the Forum, and there's a line because, crazy line because the stadium's about to open. And they open like an hour, I think, before tip off or something. And we knock on the door, and a security person greets us and was like, "Hey, we're supposed to meet somebody here." And she knew what we were talking about. And she let me, my brother, and two of my friends in, and she was like, "Let me show you where you're gonna go, and here's some badges and shit." And I was like,
"Don't you love that feeling?"
I was like, "Oh damn, I'm getting in here." And she starts leading us in, and I think previously I'd maybe been in the Forum a few times. Like one of them was to graduate. We graduated college there, and she starts walking us down the stairs, and I was like, "Oh, like, what's this about? What are we about to do?"
Yeah.
And it becomes very apparent what we're about to do. We're about to go sit on the court and watch practice.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh shit, this is crazy."
That's so sick.
Crazy. So yeah, before a Grizzlies and Pelicans game, I think it was. Yeah.
That's cool.
We walked in and we watched practice for a little bit, and we're like, damn, we're hungry. So we actually dipped out of the floor and went and got some food and some beers, and then came back. And yeah, and Joe, the thing about that, like getting hooked up like that, is it comes with a price. And here's the price.
Oh.
So Joey's a little prankster, right?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and he'd give me tickets before, and I had to do something. And this time, though, he knew the two dudes I was bringing. He made them do something for like to get the tickets we had. And I'm talking like we're on the first level. Yeah. You know, we're a few seats from the floor anyway.
Yeah.
And mid-court, it was sick. And this dude says, like he meets us right before the game. And this is why he wanted us there to come early. Like, not just to, like, sit and like, see practice or whatever. But he wanted to tell us what we had to do for the tickets.
Oh, y'all had to do some kind of dance, something, what?
Oh, it was way better than that.
What?
So, you know how they do something at halftime every game, right?
Yeah.
So, he made my boys play a halftime game where you had to wear like beer goggles, and there was like a line of balls on like the half court line, and you had to like score like 3 or something, but with like these beer goggles on, you couldn't see shit, so you looked like an idiot, like trying to play.
Yeah.
And so my two homies are trying to do this thing and just looking ridiculous in front of a full packed crowd. And I'm telling you, damn. I mean, shout out to Cam and to Chase, because it was them that had to do it. So sorry calling you guys out, but Kahangi, it was you, man. That's
hilarious. So you didn't have to go in there?
Not that time. The first time this happened, it was me, my brother, and Meg. And he hooked it up when like we're, really good seats or whatever. And when I walk in, he tells me what I have to do. And I don't know if he did this for everybody, because he also got tickets for my dad to go for his birthday and stuff like that. But he's a good dude. But the time that I went, this man says, all right, at halftime, Grizz is getting an award for being the best mascot of the year. He's going to get a giant sheet cake.
Damn.
With a Grizzly logo or something. And I was like, all right, cool. What do you want me to do? He's like, I want you to wear an opposing team's jersey, and I want you to cheer for the big screen once he gets this award, and they're gonna show you on the screen cheering. And I was like, okay.
Oh God.
Then what? He's like, he said, and then Grizz is gonna come out from the tunnel and smash you with the cake. I swear to you.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did it. You could probably look it up. Look it up. See, it's probably on YouTube. I'm telling you, this man almost knocked my ass out with that fucking cake. There was thick cardboard on the back of this cake because it was a big old sheet cake. This man slammed that shit straight to the cardboard in my face and knocked me to the wall. Like, hit me with this shit. I had to be guided out by a person because I couldn't see anything. They took me down to a shower and they told me, yeah, just wash that off and you'll be good. And then they just left me alone downstairs.
Damn.
In the tunnel. And so I wash it all off. I text my boy because I had a massive headache at that point. I was like, I gotta go, dude. That was fun. Thanks. It's all Dylan Meg. We're out of here, man. Fuck
That's fucked up. I looked up Grizzly Memphis mascot smashes fan in face with cake, and the first thing that pops up is Rocket's mascot. I can't. I gotta do that. I gotta find it.
Positive it's on YouTube. But
that's pretty epic though.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't think I've never done I've never been on a cam, like a Kiss cam or anything like that for any of those shows. But the only thing is, like, back in Mississippi, we actually had a semi-pro hockey league, hockey team. And we loved Seahawks. We loved to go watch them. And catching a puck from them was like the highlight of my youth. Like, that was like the shit.
Yeah.
That was the shit. I have like 7 pucks from those games, but I've never experienced like going on court doing like a halftime show or anything like that. So that's pretty epic though that you had the hookup.
It was mad, like, nerve-wracking though. Like, I'm pretty okay with like being.
Yeah.
What?
I probably would have loved that shit, but I could see you just being like, okay, I'm done.
Well, like, I'm okay with it, but like to a point, you know, like, yeah, okay, I'll do the thing, I'll do the fun, and then as soon as you feel like you got knocked the fuck out in front of 50,000 people, like, it's a different game, you know. But I don't even know that can't be that many people in that forum. It's probably way less.
Yeah.
But anyway, weird little story. We didn't plan to talk about on this, but
that's a good story.
So, I want to transition into something kind of related to this, but we're talking about sports and shit we played as kids. And do you think you have any do you think you have a game or maybe an activity or something that you grow up and you just can't, like, it's not there anymore, like you don't fucking play dodgeball anymore, you know? Like, grown-ups do. I know there's like dodgeball leagues for grown-ups, but like you're not just like when in your youth you're you're hitting some kickball, some dodgeball, like, weekly, probably at school in the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any one of those things that you would be psyched to play, like, now?
Well, you mentioned dodgeball. That was always pretty epic. Like, it was kind of weird that was like a standard for PE. You know, literally a game for kids to smash the fuck out of each other with a ball. That did
pretty
not
violent.
It was pretty unforgiving too, because like those balls, they were rubber, but they had those ridges on them.
Yeah,
those,
they did.
Hex.
They'll burn you.
It will mess you up. I was always pretty athletic, so like I loved any kind of PE, pastime.
Yeah.
Let's see, dodgeball. I mean, skateboarding always comes up, but I'm still, still trying to skateboard.
Yeah.
I honestly, like, what made me the happiest, like the most fun shit to do, was like playing Super Nintendo, like before N64 came out.
Oh yeah.
Like, that was the shit. I know that's not like a school thing, but like I remember coming home and playing Super Nintendo all the time, and yeah. So I fucked with that old school Mario a lot.
Yeah. Well, you're a Mario World's the best Mario ever person.
No, I'm not that. I'm saying
you're not that guy.
Mario 64 is the best Mario ever, but okay. let's just be real.
All right. Yeah.
No, I mean, Mario 64. I mean, 64 came out and I was so young, but I'm thinking like before that, like back before 64 came out. Actually, let me change my answer. Do you remember wall ball?
Okay. Yeah.
Wall ball.
Wall ball was dope.
I fucked with wall ball hard. I liked street hockey. I liked a bunch of stuff. I swear I was like the sportiest little fucking kid. I did everything.
Yeah.
But wall ball, that you would play that and then people would see you playing and join in. Like, that shit was like, because like if you did it and it bounced or something, you had to go touch the wall before the other person.
Before the person that grabbed it could throw it and hit the wall.
Yeah. That was
so, man, I haven't heard that game, and I haven't heard anybody talk about that game in years.
I haven't. I didn't think about it until right now, since you brought it up. That's
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's random things like that. Like, shit. I really liked that game. That was fun.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much for kids to do like that. I feel like kids were very innovative, like to try to come up with games and do.
That's true. I don't know. I think it's kind of like I miss, but and also kind of bums me out. Also skateboarding, because now I don't really. If I go skate, I'm not like skating with like my crew from back in the day. Yeah. But also.
Oh, I know that feeling.
In the same vein, like, just go riding bikes with friends.
I was just thinking that.
And, like, exploring. Like, that was the shit.
That was the shit.
Like, exploring your neighborhood, thinking that you were the first fucking person that ever seen that shit.
Yeah.
And be like, bruh, your mom drives you down this road every day. Like nah.
No,
She'll know about
seen it
this.
in a whole new light.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that was the fire.
If you wouldn't have brought that up, that was just the next thing I was going to bring up. Because that was like, that riding around with your friends on your bike, like, there was no rhyme or reason to it. You just went.
Nah.
Because, like,
exercise, you didn't even know it was exercise.
Yeah. And you would go and you would ride, you see, like, other people on their bike, other kids on their bikes, and you'd be like, yeah, where we going?
Yeah.
You'd be like, where y'all going?
Let's go. There was, when we were growing up, we had this, like, there was this neighborhood. There was a bunch of neighborhoods getting built around our neighborhood. And, like, there was all this, like, forest and shit that they were building into. So it was, like, all these, like, random trails. Like, I guess they were moving construction through them and stuff. And, like, we'd go, like, and sometimes they just, like, close them off because, like, oh, we were not using this trail anymore. So they close it off, like, put a barrier or something. But we were like, fuck that. That's a good thing to go ride my bike in. So, like, sometimes I feel like we did this for a whole summer, like for a long time. We had this, like, place in the woods where we'd, like, all go hang out, and, like, we eventually built, like, a teepee out there, and it was dope. We built this teepee out there, and my buddy, I feel bad about this part. My buddy, he's like, oh shit, we need something, like, to tarp this teepee. And I'm talking, this is a real ass teepee. Like, we had to get, like, the stronger kids around to, like, help get the bigger logs. Like, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And so this dude's like, oh, well, my dad's got a parachute. And we're like, what? Like, from what? He's like, oh, he was like a
fighter pilot something.
No, he's like a army person that jumped out of planes and shit. And I was like, all right, cool, yeah, bring that. That's cool. So we draped this fucking teepee in this
army
parachute, like a real parachute, and left it. Like, we never brought it back. And I'm telling you, like, years later, after, like, this was a summer of doing this shit, right? Like, doing all sorts of weird things out in those woods. Like, we went back, like, years later, and I swear to you, there was, like, weed in there, like, condoms. Like, people had found it and, like, fucked in it and smoked weed in it. Like, it was used.
It was used and abused.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, man. It's like finding a bike that got stole, but the tires are all slashed and fucked up.
Yeah. See, I always tell Pat this. I always say, if we had went to high school together, if we grew up together, we would have been friends because we did the same shit. Like, I built a TP, and, like, I lived, when I was a kid, there was, like, some woods and almost like a swamp behind where I lived. And me and my friends did the same thing. We built a teepee, and we thought it was the coolest shit ever. And yeah, but I never went back to find condoms and weed and shit. I wouldn't even know what weed was.
It was an awful find, you know? Like, sometimes you'd be psyched about shit you find. Like, we found this old, like, shack, like, house thing back in those same woods at some point. And I'm talking, there's no fucking trail to this thing. It was just out there. And we went in, obviously, because we're kids.
Yeah, you just do whatever you want.
I'm going in there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we go in, and sure enough, there's like weird old, like newspapers with Elvis on them and stuff, like old stuff, like. And I feel like I kept one of the newspapers. Like, oh, this is dope. I'm gonna keep this. And like, bad move, bro. Like, why did I do? I don't know.
You'd be touching all kinds of nasty shit.
I know. You know what? I'm a germaphobe now, but like back in the day, I didn't give a shit.
You'd be touching everything. Go ahead, pick that up.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I don't know. we definitely would have been friends.
Yeah. We would have gotten so many fights though.
Oh man, I would have
We've been arguing.
So much.
No, I've never. I never got in a physical fight with my friends. I never like.
Really?
I never did like the shove thing. There was one time where my like closest friend at the time was like, he did something fucked up to me, and he was mad because I wouldn't yell at him. I was like, bro, just leave me alone. I don't want to deal with it. Just leave me alone. Yeah. And he was like, come on, punch me. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna punch you. Like, we spent 7 years being friends. Like, why the hell would I punch you now?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Nah, I found this out later in life, but I guess.
I would have stepped on my toe.
I was. What?
I would have stepped on your toes, though.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I found this out later in life, but apparently, I was kind of a bully to some of my friends. Oh. And I know, and it doesn't seem like me now, and I'm not that guy now, but I can definitely see. Shit. No, I don't even think it was that. I think it was more of a defense thing because at the time when, no, well, not even that. Maybe because at the time I had to wear a leg brace, like from 4th grade to like high school.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, wearing a leg brace in your youth, that's a quick way to get some shitty people talking shitty things to you all the time. It's a good way to feel outcasted.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe I think it was a defense thing, but I feel really bad about it now. Like, and I've talked to these dudes since then, which is weird. I think it's like still know people from when you were a kid. But yeah, they were like, "Yeah, dude, you were an asshole." I was like, "Oh, yeah, sick. Thanks. Sorry."
Yeah, I feel like I found out shit like that. Like, not necessarily that people thought I was an asshole, but like there was like, I don't know, me and Matt and Madison used to hang out all the time, and people called us the asshole clique, like because we wouldn't talk to anybody, and I was like, bruh, I fucking hang out with everybody. I'm a weird punk ass skater. Like, I literally hang out with anybody who wants to hang out. Like, I don't understand why. And turns out the guy, we found out who said it, and it was this guy who was in love with like my girlfriend from high school, and he was mad at me. I was like, damn, it's trickle down effect. You fucking, you hate me, you hate my friends, you hate everybody. Damn. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I think what hit me was when I found that out, that I was like that shitty. It hit me because I was like, these were like my best friends at the time. I was like, oh fuck, I didn't mean to be that way, but
but it's good though. It's like cool that like when that shit happens, it sucks when it happens at the time, but it's cool like so you can build off of it. Cause I remember like when I lived in Perk and Wiggins, like I was doing plays and shit, and I was always like really popular. Like, I was prom king in high school. Yeah. Like, I was really popular. I moved to Memphis. I didn't know anybody, and it was very fucking humbling to like not be like safeguarded by the fact that like everybody liked me and everybody wanted to be around me and all that stuff. And I was like, fuck, I was kind of a dick. I was like arrogant, you know, when I was growing up. And then got a good old reality check when I realized that no one gave a shit about me.
shit. You got that real reality check when you
got
met
that
me.
real reality check. Oh yeah. Shit, if you know Pat, he's straight up going to tell you all your flaws to your face at the same time.
Immediately.
He'll name
What's
them.
your name, Drew? Oh, you weak as fuck, ain't it? Damn.
Motherfucker told me
you a skater, huh?
He told me I was a poser like almost like the second time we hung out. He was like, "Man, yeah, I thought you was a poser." I think like you even invited me to skate like just to see if I would have said no because you saw me wearing skate shoes. You saw me wearing skate shoes.
100% did.
You straight up wanted
the
to
truth. Maybe I was still a bully. Maybe I was just like phasing out of it.
You were trying to bully me into stop wearing skater shoes.
I was like, live this life. Oh shit. You're not about that life like me.
I changed your mind real quick, huh?
You did. You got back on board. So, like I said earlier.
Literally.
Oh, you did. Yes. Oh shit.
Here you go.
That home style, that bearded Iris. Woo! That's that one though. True. Like, you know why I like that shit too. It just looks aesthetically nice.
You like that branding, huh?
I do. Oh, I said 8 earlier %. It's 6. It's not 8.
Oh, boo.
Oh, that's nice. But yeah, so I'm glad we talked about that though. This is some therapy right there.
That's some opening up right there. That's a happy hour quick sixer.
I know.
That's a happy therapy quick sixer.
Yeah. Quick fixer.
Did I say fixer?
You did.
I'm gonna have to rewind and play it back. I think I said sixer.
Quick fixer. I'm gonna fuck with you till end of time.
I know. I don't know why I put up with it too. This boy called me. This boy called me earlier today. It's straight up. It's 30, 45 minutes on the phone when we about to do a podcast. This boy stayed talking on the phone.
Well,
I was like, I gotta
some logistics out. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta rest my voice.
Oh, okay. Fucking hell no. He would. Hell no.
You ain't got nothing to say.
I can't even think of an
adequate
person to.
Speaking of the most embarrassing shit that ever happened to me was at your apartment or your house in Bartlett. You know what I'm talking about. Pat had a birthday, and like for some reason, him and his friends went in on me, like straight up tore me up. And then
first birthday you ever went to.
And I was like having a good time hanging out with everybody, drinking out, and then all of a sudden we're out like, what's that, your basement or something like that, your bottom floor?
Had to be, yeah.
Yeah, and then everybody was around, and they were like ripping my girlfriend at the time, and like,
oh yeah,
and and my girlfriend at the time said, "Drew, are you gonna say anything?" And
Drew was like, I know better.
No.
Oh, shit.
I straight up, I said, like one of the dudes, fuck it, I'll say his name, Dan, little bitch ass boy. He was the one that was talking shit, and he was wearing a striped shirt at the time, and I said, what am I supposed to say to Freddy Krueger ass? And like nobody laughed. Nobody laughed, and nobody gave a shit that I had a comeback. And I was like, really, guys? Really? No. And nobody got nothing to say? And I was like, all right, well, fuck this, fuck y'all. And then like me and Thomas and bitch, we were going out at the time, and on the way to going out, I was like, I'm going home. I'm going home.
You went home?
Yeah,
you were that bummed out?
I was so bummed out that I didn't even want to go home. Yeah, I didn't want to go out.
Damn.
That was a rough night. Like, I got called out, and my fucking dumbass girlfriend at the time called me out at the same time. Like, she couldn't even, she's supposed to be loyal. She's supposed to like protect me. Like, you and your homies are ripping on me. She's supposed to speak up. Like, I was like, I was trying to keep the peace, but fuck shit. Y'all.
It was probably I was faded. It was my birthday, so Yeah, I can't apologize for them, but I'm assuming it was all in fun.
Yeah, it was just like
They were just
it was just
initiating your
rough
ass.
because it was just a rough because yeah, they were hazing, and it was
Yeah.
like I wanted to impress Pat's friends because they thought that I was the poser that he probably told him I was. I was like, I
didn't.
ain't no fucking poser.
No. I think we'd skated already with you at some point, but yeah, they hadn't gotten their haze in yet on you. And I'll tell you what, if you were gonna get, oh man, if some people were gonna go in on you and check the shit out of you for a night, you did not want my crew doing it. It was gonna not end well.
No.
You were gonna go home regardless.
Because like it was like they had lived a rough life. Like Pat's friends had like it felt like they had already lived the shittiest life that you could ever live. So you couldn't say anything to them without them like fucking you up. You know what I'm saying? Like they were the most ruthless checkers that you could ever deal with.
That's true. Their lives were not all of them were hard. I'll tell you that for sure. But yeah, their checking game is top notch. I mean, it's. I mean, this is kind of funny, but like to this day, well, I guess not to this day, but just in general, when I was at the shop, like working at the shop though, like literally no one would try to go in on me.
Yeah.
No one. I don't know why. I don't think I'd ever actually openly checked anybody at the shop. Yeah. It didn't really make any sense. But I will fire your ass up. Like, don't even worry about that.
You know what? Something weird happened to me when I moved to Wiggins in the 5th grade. Like, I was not... I don't know why people thought this, but, like, for some reason, everybody thought that I was just, like, this badass. Like, I don't know if there was, like, a rumor that went around or something like that. But no one fucked with me. Like, no one fucked with me. Like... for a long ass time. And I was like, damn. And I don't know if it's because I made friends with like the popular kid or like, I don't know like what it was, but
you did something. Yeah.
I did something. And then like, I realized people were scared to get on my bad side. And I was like, damn, was there some kind of rumor about me that I was like, I don't know. I gotta ask Madison about that because maybe he knows.
That's weird. You're not threatening. That's for sure.
I know. They could have beat me up. I got in a few altercations that they could have definitely beat me up, but I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll take the W.
Speaking of our childhoods and pasts, I was just listening to what was it? Greg Jeffries. You know this guy?
Nuh-uh.
Is it Greg Jeffrey? Man, that doesn't sound right. Let me do a quick Google search.
Do the Google search.
Because I want to have this name right.
All right.
Yeah. Keep talking for a second.
Sorry. Yeah. So I just opened up. I didn't do the little ASMR thing, but I just opened up another relax because your boy trying to relax. And I don't know if you're watching the YouTube, but my GoPro is like, I guess overheating or something like that, so I'm switched to the webcam. That's why I look like shit.
We're blown out.
I know. I'm about to adjust. Ooh, that sip was nice. I'm about to adjust this light real quick. Go ahead with your badass.
So hold on. No, this is the thing I wanted. This is the there's a topic. Well, not really a topic, but an opinion that I was watching this stand up by Greg Davies. Do you know who Greg Davies is?
Nah.
Greg Davies is a comedian from the UK that was like a school teacher at some point, and then he became a comedian. Ooh. He tells like great stories. He's fucking hilarious, but he's huge. He's like 6'8", like a giant man, but hilarious. And I was right before this, I was watching his special, Greg Davies, You Magnificent Beast.
Yeah,
and it's on Netflix. And something he said stood out to me, and I want to hit you with this.
Go for it.
He said he was watching E.T. recently.
Oh, classic.
And but he said he was watching it with his buddy, and he was saying, "Oh man, this is just amazing. Brings me back to my childhood." Blah blah blah. And his buddy said, you know damn right if that thing poked its finger out through the shed, you beat the shit out of it with a shovel. So I was thinking, I was like, would I stomp out E.T. if I ever saw this fool? And I'm not sure that I wouldn't. I don't know. If a glowing finger, brown, like wrinkly, it kind of looks like a...
It kind of looks like a booger.
Yeah.
like a big ass.
But a dust one. Like, you know, you got
like
a lot of dust
dusty
in
booger.
there. Yeah. But he came out there glowing finger, you know.
He looked like a Twix. You know how Twix got that rigid?
But he looked like a grandma Twix. Like if a Twix was 80.
It like melted.
You know?
Like a melted mini.
Like you left that bitch in the sun and then put it in the fridge for a while. That's what he looks like. Or maybe like a Tootsie Roll, like a big Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
You left it on the ground.
Ooh.
And they got all nasty. And then you put
it had
in the
to get
fridge.
wrinkly though. It had to get wrinkly.
Oh yeah, wrinkly boy.
Mm.
What would you do?
Oh, alright. If I saw E.T., I'm not
in
gonna
real
lie.
life.
I'm not gonna lie. I would probably try to be friends with it. Straight up, I shared this. I shared my first memory on this podcast before, like a long time ago, where I came out of a gray portal. That weird, like first memory I had. Yeah. I had like when I was a kid, I always thought that there was something. Like maybe I was an alien or something. So if I saw E.T.,
Jane taking in extraterrestrials. God damn. That's why they were scared of you. That's why all these kids were scared of you. They thought your bitch ass was an alien. They heard that's what they heard. That was the rumor. They heard
you came out of the great portal.
that was the rumor. These fuckers heard, oh, you know the new kid came out the gray portal. Oh shit. You heard about it?
He wanted them gray portals. Bro, he's trying to phone in.
Bro, you heard of them gray portal kids? He won. He coming. Don't touch him. Don't touch him.
He'll turn you into one of him.
Don't touch him. He's a gray portal
I straight up, if I saw E.T., I'd be like, where'd I come from? I'd be asking him questions.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't even care about him. I'd be like, do you know about me?
Oh shit. He'd be like, yo, is the gray portal near your world?
He'd be like, bro, you didn't come out of no gray portal. That was your mind fucking with you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But like that is a very good observation, because as people, if there's anything that don't look like us that looks like it might attack us, we not fucking with it. No. We smashing it, we stomping it, we punching it.
Oh my god.
But
yeah, so that's Drew's a good take on E.T.
That's a good. I'll be.
Yeah, gray portal kids for life. Woo!
Mm-hmm. Oh,
you get a best friends necklace with him.
Speaking of ET, are we gonna bring up this UFO shit? The Pentagon released. You hadn't heard about it?
What have you? No, I hadn't heard of it.
Bruh, they're straight up UFOs.
Well, hit me up. Well, yeah. I think we talked about this before.
I don't know if we
the Blink-182 dude.
We talked about him, but they're so like the government publicly admitted that there was evidence of off-world material found in the form of vehicles, which basically means they publicly admitted that there was UFOs.
Oh shit! I'm seeing this. New details from CNN. New details of UFO encounters to be released to public 2 hours ago. As we're recording this.
Yeah, this is.
Wow.
That's a very interesting thing that you brought that up, and then all of a sudden, because I just found out about it too. That's kind of crazy, and not crazy because I didn't believe it before. Because come on, man, if we had the imagination to think it up, you know that shit was real at some point, like UFOs and shit.
Where are you going with this one?
I'm just saying, like.
Are we going Hogwarts deep? Or are we
going?
Where are we going?
We're going Star Trek deep.
We going Nessie? We going Loch Ness Monster? What's going on? Mermaids?
I don't have any conspiracy
Atlantis?
theories about monsters and demons and whatnot. But like, Life on other planets doesn't seem that crazy to me. And I will say that like there has been so many like speaking of we talked about Unsolved Mysteries, and you saw that episode with the UFO encounter. You remember that?
Or that
Man,
that shit was real fuck.
That was, I mean, like all those people with all those different encounters. I mean, the same encounter but different perspectives. Like that shit is crazy. And then what? 3 weeks after that shit got released, 4 weeks after that shit got released, all this, and the government's admitting that there's fucking UFOs. What the fuck, bro?
No.
What the fuck?
You know, it's kind of all right. So it's been no joke, and I mean, this is I'm gonna count this as our positive moment. You know, we finally have proof. This is positive.
That's a positive moment.
We tested positive for UFOs this year. You might have tested positive corona. We tested positive for UFO. You know,
bro, 2020 is tripping. Like,
it's wild, bro. We talked about it in a different episode, but yeah, this shit is straight up.
2020 is full of surprises.
Oh man, and the thing is, like, I just don't want to know what's next. That's the thing.
It doesn't matter if you don't want to know. You're gonna find out.
I know. Like, we just hold it back. I'm good now. Like, and there was an earthquake today in LA again. Are you good?
I didn't even feel it. I didn't even feel it.
Yeah, 4.3 or something.
Oh damn.
I know. I saw some crazy footage of it.
I must have been drinking a beer or something. I was like, oh, I'm just shaky.
Oh, I'm just shaky. It was at 4 in the morning. You drinking at 4 in the morning? Damn.
Oh no, I'm upset about that too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm tripping. Like UFO. I mean, but for the people that did already believe that this stuff was real, then it doesn't really matter, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm not like crazy surprised.
I'm not surprised either, but I do love that like all of these people that we thought that were crazy for so long, like Tom DeLonge and all this stuff, all of them are about to be validated.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because like the government is finally going to admit, yeah, all those crazy people that you had on podcasts, all those crazy people that we put on Sci-Fi Network, they were actually right.
Ancient Aliens, dude, though.
Yeah. Oh,
that guy.
The guy that hair keeps getting bigger.
That guy. Oh, if that dude's right about any of that shit,
he right. He right. His hair about to be.
It's like, I was right. I can grow it as big as I want now.
His hair gonna be this big. He gonna have a whole new. His hair gonna be on a whole new planet.
It's gonna be like a beach ball. Like, bruh, this is huge.
When that meme came out about him, and he's like, aliens, you know, whatever, and they kept making his hair bigger. That shit's fucking hilarious. Actually, he kept making his hair bigger. Oh, he actually did that to his hair.
Did he? I'm not sure,
bro. Just look up Ancient Aliens, dude, and you'll see like a progression of his hair getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, that man is like when. All right, so that used to be a show. Like Meg used to have some background noise to fall asleep, and like that was the show that would put her to sleep like in minutes.
I know, weird dreams.
But you know, that's not me. So, like, I would be sitting there having to listen to Ancient Aliens, man, for ever. And I'm telling you.
You'd be sitting there. Couldn't deal with it, could you?
No, I could deal with it. I was just like, man, this dude got some ideas, though. Like,
yeah. I've never been one to, like, be into conspiracy theories or whatever. If shit sounds real to me though, like if I can imagine like UFOs or whatever, I won't like preach it to the choir, you know. I won't like fucking UFOs exist, but I'll be like, yeah, I can see that, you know. But I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna be like, because like, what does it matter? Well, like if I'm the 70,000 person who's just like aliens exist, like that's not gonna do anything to me. That's not gonna do anything for me or for society.
No,
anyway,
it's not. All right, so let's switch gears. We got a couple of random pickup topics we gotta run through. First of all, where are you at with Last of Us?
I haven't done anything since the last time we talked.
Okay. Drew's not doing shit. I picked back up today.
The Ocarina of Times?
That Ocarina of Times.
Damn.
That Legends of Zeldas.
That Legends of Zeldas.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, one of the best games ever, huh?
I mean, it still holds up. Like,
are you playing the 64? Or are you playing an emulation?
Oh. It's your boy.
Ooh, with the purple,
with the atomic joint and the rumble. Ooh.
With the rumble pack on it.
Oh, and I got the extension cord. This shit 8 feet long, motherfucker.
Bruh, if you had that controller a year after N64 came out, you was the shit.
Oh yeah, you brought that to the sleepover.
You was the shit.
Yo, let me try that. Let me try that controller.
Let me play that controller. That clear controller though, wasn't that the shit?
It's the shit.
We were talking about games earlier. Anyway, I'll let you go ahead and talk about Ocarina of Time.
Oh, was so I got into this little fit where I was playing a lot of 64 games at the start of the quarantine. So I ended up like I went really in on it, like 120 starred Mario.
Oh, you love doing that.
I know, I really do. I'm really good at it too. Really quick at it. There was a time I was playing it at Drew's house, and every other second he's like doing the star noise, and Drew's like, "Damn, do you just know where they are? Like, what's going on?"
And cheat codes.
And no, I did that, and I did what else was I playing? Oh, I beat Diddy Kong Racing. I haven't done that since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird one. That game is hard as shit in some spots.
You know, I want to say one thing. You know that I didn't know about the Yoshi until you told me about it on 64?
Till 20 years after it was out?
Damn. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
I didn't beat 120 stars when I was a kid. I didn't do it until later in life. And you told me about the Yoshi thing, and I was like, what the fuck? Yoshi up in this bit? Anyway, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, spoiler.
Come on, ain't not a spoiler. That's Mario 64. That shit been out since our audience was 10.
Some of them weren't around. Shit. Yeah, no, did that. Played some Pilot Wings. Went in.
Pilot Wings. Wait, Pilot Wings 64?
Yeah.
The hardest. That is the hardest fucking shit ever.
It's so hard.
It's so unforgiving. You land just like a centimeter off of the middle. No, it don't count.
But, bruh, the music though is so relaxing. I'm just like flying the fucking jetpack thing, like
yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, I do this.
All that music, the scores of those games are always like that, like
yeah.
You about to go, you about to do something.
No, I'm about to.
You better play something?
No.
He over here going through his games. He about to show me something. Man, Pilot Wings, though, that was the shit. I even got it as an adult. Like, I got a 64 when I was like 26, 27 for Christmas. And Pilot Wings was one of the games that I had to play again because that was so fucking fun. And I remember that was like a time where I was trying to drink beer because Pat got me into beer again. And so I started drinking screwdrivers. I was drinking vodka and orange juice, and I was fucking playing Pilot Wings.
Hell no, you get faded.
I was getting faded and playing that game. It was so hard.
It's so hard. Speaking of Pilot Wings, you got the Nintendo Online, the online service. They have the Pilot Wings for Super Nintendo.
Oh, that
even
shit harder.
Is hard as fuck.
That one is difficult. I've tried to play that shoot.
Yeah, and so these are the other games I started trying to play. Donkey Kong 64, hard as hell. Well, just long. It's got too many collectibles. Started to run through GoldenEye, like the campaign. And I started playing Majora's Mask for the first time.
Damn.
Yeah, so that I've never played it before and didn't really know much about it.
But Ocarina of Time is better, right?
Yeah, hands down.
Okay.
Majora's is just really weird. Like it's just a strange game. It's fun though after you get into it. But Ocarina is on a different level. So when quarantine started, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start this over. I'm gonna play it all the way through. So I deleted a file and started playing it. Got all the way to Adult Link. And spoilers, you become an Adult Link. And for a 22-year-old game. And then I was like, you know what? I'm good. Stop playing it.
Oh.
And I don't know why. I just stopped playing it until like today or yesterday. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick this back up. So I started playing some more. And then today I beat one of the temples. And I was like, damn, this game is just good, man.
Yeah.
Just good. So the question is, talking about this is, what game do you think is like Nintendo needs right now? Because the Animal Crossing was a huge hit because of this quarantine, and there's nothing on their slate for the rest of the year. Like, what do you think is going to be? What is the thing that they need that's not there yet?
They need that Breath of the Wild 2. Like, they had hinted at that it's coming soon, and imagine the Switch would not have been what it was without Breath of the Wild. I'll say that, and I believe it 100%. If they want to continue with like what they're doing with Animal Crossing and all their other games, like they have really good games for the Switch, like even Overcooked 2, like that shit. Like they know how to market to every audience. If they had Breath of the Wild 2 come out soon, it'd be over. Like all consoles would be like, well, we tried,
Yeah. You think it would affect the new next gen?
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about like next generation console?
Yeah, like do you think it would affect sales on PS5 and Xbox Series X if Breath of the Wild 2 was released in the same window? Like you think people will buy Switches instead to have that?
Honestly, actually no, I don't think that particular. But to compete with PS5 and Xbox, I think the new Xbox is coming. There's a new Xbox coming out, or it's already out?
Yeah, no,
it's coming out.
Holiday launch window, yeah.
Okay, so I would say they would need a new console to compete with that, but I think that Breath of the Wild 2 is what they need to keep people interested in the Switch. Like, I don't know if they're going to compete with anything new, because I don't know if a Switch 2 is really going to beat PS5. Because PS5 has been like showing some graphic shit that is unreal, and Nintendo's never been known for like really good graphics, like never. So like compared, I'm relatively speaking, like compared to like PS5 and Xbox. So like, if you're the type of gamer that likes to like feel like you're really immersive into it, like you want PS5 or whatever. But I would say if they had Breath of the Wild 2, it would keep people interested in Switch, because most of us has played Breath of the Wild twice. We've already, and I mean, once you beat Ganon, it's like, okay, that's exactly what happened to me. As soon as I beat Ganon, I was like, okay, I don't need to do all these side quests.
Yeah,
which
waited
sucks
until the end.
Which sucks because like it's so fun. This is such a fun game.
So I'm glad you mentioned a next generation console. What do you think? I wanted to talk to you about this. What do you think Nintendo has to have for a next? I mean, we've already established they don't give a shit about like graphics or any of that kind of stuff. What do you think they have to have, like going forward? Because I mean, this series, you mentioned that you didn't know that there was a new Xbox. New Xbox is more powerful than the PS5.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
And
I remember that.
and it's got Game Pass, which is like the best deal in gaming ever.
Yeah.
So, and PlayStation doesn't have shit like that. Nintendo doesn't have shit like that.
Yeah.
Nintendo's never been focused on being like the top tech thing ever.
No.
You know, what do you think they need to have?
Well, if they stopped doing the subscription thing, like if you could do their subscription or whatever, like if Nintendo's subscription was free and the nostalgic games were free, they would probably get a lot more people buying Switch. And what's $9 a month compared to someone buying, like a bunch of people buying like a $300 console or whatever, you know? Like, I don't know. I think it could go both ways, but Nintendo's games have never really competed with PlayStation or Xbox games. They're always completely different.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it always feels different when you're playing a Nintendo game versus a PS4 game or whatever. So like, I don't know if that's the move. Like, I don't know if a console that handles better graphics is their move. Like maybe a VR situation where you could play Mario 64 in VR. Like maybe that could be a pretty cool thing. Like imagine like jumping into those paintings and playing those levels that we used to play. Like if you could do VR for the nostalgia of Nintendo, maybe
That'd be pretty crazy.
that'd be pretty cool. Like to go into that world of 64, because like fuck, actually I'm like, now that I'm saying it, like imagine being in that castle in that world, you know, in VR.
Would you throw the penguin off the cliff in VR?
I'm straight up. I take them out.
If
it's for the stars, it's for the stars. This is for the stars.
Oh shit!
But like,
Yeah,
I don't know if VR is that move, because they've never been into graphics. Like, they've always just been into that like story, you know?
Yeah, and I mean they kind of played around with VR when they did
The Labo.
No, with the Virtual Boy. Yeah.
I don't know about this.
Oh yeah, look it up real quick.
All right.
It's this thing that they did after the Game Boy and in between the 64. Or no, yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, it was a thing that they did in between the 64. It's this weird like stand up like console where you had to like look in. It was like a tabletop type of deal. You had to like look into it, and it was like red and black, I believe, like maybe red and green graphics, super weird. I think it's called the Virtual Boy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. After a few years, yeah. So look it up. Actually, there's a good YouTube channel called The Gaming Historian that does stuff about this type of thing, and yeah, man, look that up. It's pretty crazy. There's one on eBay right now selling for $1,300, which is insane. Because it's oh dude, they had the worst. It was released in 95, so a year before the N64, and it was done that year because it was so bad. It gave people headaches. It was just all around awful. And I mean, to watch it, like to look at it, is just, it looks weird. Like, I don't know. But yeah, man, the Virtual Boy is something else. It's crazy.
Cool.
So yeah, Virtual Boy came out in 95. It was like a weird, I was telling our audience that it was like a system they released in 95, a year before the 64, and it was done that year. Like they only did a few. There's only like 20 something games for it. It's crazy.
That's weird.
Yeah. So it's like this collector's item. There's one on eBay right now for $1,300.
Oof.
Yeah. It hits hard.
I ain't trying to get no Virtual Boys.
Nah.
Uh.
Anyway, I think that the Switch, they're gonna eventually have to do a Switch Pro or something.
Switch Pro.
Yeah, I think they have to do something that can handle games that are, probably PS4 or ish as graphically good,
Yeah.
Like they got to. And if they don't, I mean, but that it puts them in a weird spot because, like, do you want to see like a photorealistic Mario? Because I don't think I do.
No, I mean, he's not that guy.
Yeah.
You can't put him in a real fucking suit and a real like jean. It'd be weird. You got the big nose, everything.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine Luigi? Damn.
Damn, tall boy.
Tall boy. Or Waluigi? Ugh.
Yeah. But you know what? I feel like Nintendo does do, like, even besides our opinions,
Yeah.
Nintendo always finds a way to catch your nostalgia. Like, they will create, the Mario Odyssey. They'll create the new Mario Kart. They'll create, like, those games. They find a way to, like, make them relevant today and still make you feel like you're playing that character you love or that game that you loved when you were a kid. Yeah. Which if they can continue, I guess that's my real answer would be is if they can continue to do that with the next console, like if they can make you feel like, oh, you're still a kid, like don't worry about it, don't worry that you're in your 30s, like you're still a kid to us, then they've done their job.
Yeah, I think that's on the nose. If they can just continue to make you have fun, because like no one's playing Mario Kart for the graphic or like for
no
it. They're playing it because it's like it's the shit. It's super fun. Yeah, and it's like a fun party game. No one's playing it because it looks like a photorealistic F1 car or something like that. Yeah,
and think about it like this, because PlayStation, Xbox, they keep catering to people our age. Like when they were catering to us when we were 14, they're now catering to us as 30-year-olds. Like they know that PlayStation's market is us. So they're creating games that, whatever. Nintendo is like, fuck it. We got these kid games that we know you'll still play because they were awesome when you're kids. They're awesome now. Like I feel like that's the upper hand that Nintendo has over the other consoles.
Yeah, their games are. I know.
ASMR burp looking at.
Yeah, there's gonna be their games are always gonna be good. I think that's their winning card. Like it's their games are never gonna be shit. I don't know. But if you guys got anything to say about that, then, hit us up, quicksixerpodcast@gmail.com. Drew, I don't know. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
All right. If this is your first time joining us, thanks. That's cool. If it's not your first time, still appreciate it. This has been your boys, Pat Artist, Drew Pasley. This is Happy Hour, a Quick Sixer podcast.